go on the road with me. I'm Mr. Pickle, let's read and grow. I'm Mr. Pickles, get on the bus with me. I'm Mr. Pickles. All right, everybody, let the show. I'm Mr. Pickles. Begin. Reading and rhyming, dancing and climbing, swinging and swing on that fun new swing. Reading and rhyming, dancing and climbing, let's all explore on the Mr. Pickles bus. I'm Mr. Pickles, go on the road with me. I'm Mr. Pickles, let's read and grow. I'm Mr. Pickles, get on the bus with me. I'm Mr. Pickles, Mr. Pickles, Mr. Pickles, Pickles, Pickles. All right, everybody, here we go. You are welcome.
Hi, Mr. Pickles.
Hi, Mr. Pickles.
Hola, Senor Pickles.
Hi, Mr. Pickles. So good to see you.
Well, Mr. Pickles here at the Little Swiss Clock Shop here in Waukesha. It's not so little. Well, let's see who's inside. Here's my good friend, Miss Karen. Come on and join me. Is this your store?
Yes, Mr. Pickles, I'm so glad you came to visit.
I don't see you. Just keep coming this way. Oh, keep coming. Keep coming.
I'm here.
Keep coming. Well, hello. Say hello to all the kiddos out there.
Hi there.
Oh, wonderful. My goodness, it's great to see you. Thanks for letting Mr. Pickles and his friends visit your wonderful store, the Little Swiss Clock Shop here in Waukesha. Fantastic.
Well, my pleasure.
Oh, my goodness, the pleasure's all ours, and I'm sure it will be. I'm thrilled to be in a place filled with so many different types, designs, and sounds of clocks. Will you take Mr. Pickles and his friends for a tour?
Absolutely.
Well, before we get started on the tour/journey, could you give us a little background or history about the Little Swiss Clock Shop?
Well, sure. The Little Swiss Clock Shop opened in 1968. So
68?
We are celebrating our 50th year in business.
Wow, that's fantastic. Congratulations.
And we opened up with the idea of selling quality timepieces, both clocks and watches. And in addition to that, our plan was to service and maintain the customers' older clocks and antique clocks. So we do a lot of that restoration work too.
Wow, that's incredible. So 50 years, and how many people have been working here for over those years? Do you know every one of them?
Well, I do, but it would be too many to count right now.
Well, we are so grateful for all of those people for working here all those years and making this clock shop stay alive. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Oh my goodness, is there anything else that you would like to mention before we get on our tour?
Well, just that having quality timepieces is important because they become family heirlooms.
Oh, that's a good point.
And people like to keep them and pass them on in the family so that additional generations can enjoy them.
Oh, that's really, it's sort of like toys. Family toys are sometimes an heirloom or a home or a piano or a chair. So are we ready for the tour?
Oh, we sure are. Let's start right over here.
Okay.
In the clock shop, we have every different kind of clock that you can imagine, everything that tells time. We have wall clocks, clocks that sit on the mantle or on a shelf, and we have grandfather clocks like this. These are the tall ones that stand on the floor, as well as small clocks that can sit on a bedroom table, or an alarm clock that can sit next to your bed and wake you up, or just a chime clock to play a pleasant sounding chime in the background, as well as lots of different kinds of wristwatches and pocket watches. So when you come here, you look for what tells you the time. And if you check out each one, you can practice telling time on them and see what works for you.
So, Miss Karen, tell me about these clocks over here.
Well, these are fun ones. Each one of these comes to life on the hour. And
On the hour, wow.
Everyone is a little bit different. So we're going to have to watch some of them to see what all they do.
Wow. I thought ours on the life came to life every minute of my life. No, but
Yes,
these on the hour.
on the hour only. Yes.
Wow.
And they are smart clocks, and that they will be quiet when the room is dark. In other words, at night, if the lights are turned out in the room, the clocks will not perform or play music. They will just be quiet. But when you turn the lights on, or if the sun shines in, then they will come to life.
That's a great feature. I can see that.
Watch this one.
Incredible. And I must say, I love that song.
When it goes around another hour, it will change the melody. So you hear a different melody each hour.
Oh, what a wonderful treat to see. Thank you so much for showing me that one. Oh. My goodness.
This one reminds me of a kaleidoscope. When I was a child, I had the kaleidoscope. You hold it up to your eye in the light and turn it, and all the colors would go around, and that's what this looks like.
Undoubtedly. This would be good for kids too, if you think about it.
Well,
what a great exploration.
These are clocks that people buy for the whole family and put on the wall. And a lot of times they'll buy it at Christmas time and say this is a family gift.
But then it becomes a family heirloom.
That's right. That's right. And some people have bought multiples of these. They'll come in once a year during the holidays and buy another one for the family, and they put one in each room so that they have a little different sound and a little different excitement going on in each room.
Oh, exactly. Well, that makes sense. And here's another one here, too. Oh, I can hardly wait to see what this one does. It opens up like an egg.
Well, and it's French horns.
Oh, I see the French horns.
That's right.
And Mr. Pickles is a trumpet player, and I know French horns. Oh. This is truly wonderful to see. I never knew there was this much stuff to look at in just a clock store.
There are so many different kinds of clocks.
It's wondrous. It absolutely is. Well, now, Miss Karen, here's another clock over here, and I bet this clock does something special. You want to let us know what this one does?
Well, it sure does. We have an organist here and an organist here.
Okay.
So they are going to play a duet. Watch their hands.
Oh.
Then they rest for another hour, and the next hour that comes around, they will play another tune for us.
Well, now here we are at some really cuckoo looking clocks. Wait a second,
these are cuckoo clocks. So tell us about this.
Well, this particular one doesn't actually cuckoo, but it makes the train sounds. It's the train that goes choo-choo. If you look very closely, you can see the engineer waving his hand in there.
Wow. Wonderful.
And what a variety of cuckoo clocks. This one is about a fable. A fable is an old-time story. And this is a fable about the fox and the grapes. If you have an opportunity to get a book to read the story about the fox and the grapes, that's a very interesting one. So watch the fox there and see the grapes over here, and then watch the people up on top.
Wow. That was really, really special.
Well, each one of these clocks is made in Germany, a country across the ocean. And traditionally, the clocks were made in Germany because they had a forest of pine trees with soft wood that was easy for carving. And the clockmakers would spend the winters when they were snowed in carving all of that wood to make the cuckoo clocks. So a lot of different ones. Can you see the man going fishing? Watch his fishing pole.
He's got a fish.
He sure does.
He pulled it right out of the pond.
Uh-huh. Here's a gentleman sitting at the table holding an adult beverage.
Seems like he can't get enough. He's so thirsty from working in the woods,
Yes.
cutting all those trees and making all of these cuckoo clocks. And so what's hanging down here? What are these?
These are the weights that actually drive the clock, that make it work. These are weights. And this one has 3 weights. One to make the clock run, one to make the cuckoo cook, and one to make the music play.
Oh, and they sort of look like pine cones.
That's what they're shaped to look like. Remember that they came from the Black Forest in Germany, so there were a lot of trees with pine cones.
Great knowledge here. Boy, Karen, I'm just thrilled that you know all of this information and that you're so willing to share your knowledge
Well,
to everybody.
we have a good time at the clock shop.
I can tell. I'm having a great time. I've learned so much here so far. Just amazing stuff. Well, listen, we've got some more journeys and some more things to look at here, I am sure. But before we do that, I'm going to go look straight up. And I see something quite large up there. Is that metal?
You're talking about the old cuckoo clock there?
Yeah, what is
No,
that?
that one is wood.
It is?
Yes, that is all hand carved. And not only the outside of it is hand carved, but the workings on the inside, instead of being machine made with metal, the workings are all hand carved out of wood too. That was made by an old wood carver that came here from Germany and settled in the United States, and he made that cuckoo clock here after he came to this country.
Astonishingly wonderful talent.
Yes.
Maybe someday you kids will do similar kind of creative work, because I can tell all of you kids have imagination and creativity in your soul and everywhere that you do. Gee, look at this clock. This looks like this could be for kids. I wonder what this one does.
Well, just watch the bears.
They're dancing. They're spinning around. Do you kids ever spin around like those little bears? I bet you do.
Yes, I'll bet they do. It reminds me of the story of the three bears.
Absolutely.
Even though there are only two on top, but there are three on the bottom.
The three down here. 1, 2.
And one hiding behind the label.
Behind the label. And that's okay because we'll catch him right in there. Oh, that was fun. Thank you, Miss Karen, for showing us that one. I wonder if there are any other ones. Is this a pig?
Well, there's an expression called when pigs fly. And look at this pig. Look at what he has. He has 2 wings.
He has 2 wings.
Uh-huh. But he has a heart beating below him. So
I see that.
I think he's looking for somebody that he likes.
Oh, I think he is too. In one of Mr. Pickles' stories I have about a pig who needs a wig. But that's not this pig. Well, now we're at a particular area of the store that I think you kids might as well be interested in. I know Mr. Pickles is. So, Miss Karen, what do we have here that you might want to talk about?
Well, one of my favorites is the dogs.
Oh, let's find out the dogs.
I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dogs. And every one is a different breed, and every one has a different expression on his face, and every one is having fun in a different way.
I can see that. And there's dog bones, and this one up here is wagging his tail but hanging on to his dog bones. My goodness. And I imagine they all have a special kind of woof, woof. Maybe they don't.
You have to make your own sound for each dog.
Well, that's important because I know kids have an imagination. Imagine a dog barking that looks like this one. I wonder what he would sound like. 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 Wow, that could be a lot of fun.
If you take a look at the cow, he looks like he's either very hungry or very thirsty with his tongue hanging out there.
Look at that cow. Yes, indeed. Is he a farm animal?
He sure is.
Boo!
Yeah, that's one that the farmer is going to have to milk.
Yes, indeed.
And right below him is the horse. And
He's a horse, of course.
yes, he has a friendly bird just sitting right on top of him.
A friendly bird, yes. Yes, he does. And for the bottom, for his clock ticker, he's got a horseshoe.
That's right.
The letter U. Horseshoe. They rhyme, don't they? Oh, I bet you they did that on purpose.
On purpose, yes. And this is the gray horse, and up here we have a brown horse.
Oh, look at that brown horse.
And he too has a bird, a friendly bird, just sitting right up on top of him.
Yes, he sure does.
And next to him is the rooster. And I'm sure you all know what the rooster sound is.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! Is that what a rooster sounds like?
Yeah, that's it. Way over here is what the farmer uses on the farm. See the tractor?
There's the tractor.
Yes. So he's going to plow the field or cut the wheat.
The choo-choo train.
Yes.
The fire engine. The mixer. The pineapple. And above that, we're going to move above that. We're going way up to the zebra and the elephant, and they all are members of the zoo or the jungle. And is that a moose over there?
It sure is.
He gives moose time. And then we've got the wonderful airplane. Oh my goodness, is that a parachuter I see there?
It is. Looks like that's a bi-wing plane. It means he has a double wing.
You're right.
And he's probably doing stunts and the putting on an air show, perhaps.
Yeah.
And somebody is parachuting right out of the plane.
Miss Karen, can you tell me more about this wall? I'm going to pan up the entire wall. First of all, there's a lot of stuff here. Let's start with the top. So what do we have up there?
Well, there's the crab. Look at him. Nice and bright, and looks like he's grabbing for something with his claws.
Are you kids ever crabby out there?
No, they wouldn't be crabby.
They wouldn't be crabby.
And right next to him is the turtle.
Hello, Mr. Turtle.
That turtle has a nice grin on his face.
Oh, he sure does.
And then the shark. Look at the teeth on that shark.
Wow.
Well, if you see a shark in the water, you better get back.
Better get back.
Get back into the sailboat.
Get back into the sailboat. Good for you, Miss Karen. Good thinking. Good thinking. And then how do we get down to the beach into the water?
Well, there's the travel trailer.
Oh my goodness, what a perfect thing to
Great
do.
for taking a vacation in.
It is. I bet you can cook in there and everything. Let's see
And a
here.
golf cart for mom and dad.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
For
zoom.
grandma and grandpa.
Mm-hmm. And then is that a big butterfly?
It is. Look at the pretty colors on there.
Incredible. And if you kids like to paint, believe it or not, kids, these are all clocks.
Well, this is another fun one. This one will wake you up in the morning. It will wake you up to the revving of the engine. So, and motorcycles are generally loud, so listen to this.
That's really roomific.
And then when you want to turn it off, it says good morning to you.
Well, this is my good friend Jesus. And how are you doing, Jesus?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Pretty good. Well, we've got all the kids who are going to watch you do a little work here. This is going to be really, really quite interesting. And what is it that you're doing here, Mr. Jesus?
I'm trying to repair a pocket watch.
Oh, repair the pocket. Look at the tweezers he used to take the little screw out there. Oh my goodness, this is detailed work. And now he's taking it all apart. This is like a puzzle. His hands are very, very well trained, and so is his brain. Oh my goodness, his mind is thinking about everything he's going to do next. I wonder what he's going to do next. Oh, he's reaching into a drawer, and he's a special tool that took. Look at that tool. Oh my goodness. It's taking all the parts off, and they're just sort of sitting on there. Look how fast this guy goes. He's really talented. Maybe some of you kids would learn how to do this, or would want to learn how to do this. It would take a long time. How long did it take for you to learn how to do this, Mr. Jesus?
It all depends.
It all depends on how much you want it to learn,
You
right?
can be trained in a few years, but to learn experience, you're going to need a lot of years. I've been doing this in 1962.
1962. Oh, let me see the parts of that watch. Wow, those are a lot of parts and they're very small. Look at him taking it apart. How do you remember which part goes where?
I got it on my computer,
You got it on your computer
top of my shoulder.
on top of your shoulder.
That's right.
Oh my goodness, and now he's grabbing another tool. Oh, this is really a journey to the way a clock works. And he's putting it on another device here. And what does that device do? Look at all of these tools that Mr. Jesus uses for many different things. And there's even more tools. He's now hand-picking just the right tool or tools that he's going to need to fix and to work on this particular pocket watch. So tell me, Mr. Jesus, what was the problem with this watch? It just didn't work, did it?
That's right. It doesn't want to work.
And when will you know what the problem was?
As soon as I go in deeper.
You have to get in deeper in the watch, and you'll find out what the problem is. Maybe a spring, you just never know, right?
Right.
Well, this is Mr. Frank, and he's another worker, and he's working on a cuckoo clock. Look at that cuckoo clock. Wow. And kids love cuckoo clocks too, don't they? Wow, does this go cuckoo, cuckoo?
Not yet, but it will.
But it will.
And eventually, this is what will make the cuckoo sound right here. These little bellows.
Oh, let me get this in here again.
So
oh,
one
look.
goes a little higher than the other.
It's like a little pipe organ.
Yeah, it's a bellows.
It's the bellows.
Bellows. But it'll sound a lot better when it's inside the case.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. What does the inside of that cuckoo clock look like? Let me
Well,
see that.
right now it's got these bellows. Eventually will go in here.
Uh-huh.
But right now that's what we call a movement.
The movement.
Right. And this, you can see the little pendulum arm going back and forth. Eventually this pendulum will be hooked to it. And also these are the, this is a little hammer that comes down and hits the gong right here.
Wow.
We can show you one that's all put together in a minute. And
That's amazing.
Then eventually these two levers are what activate the two bellows to make the cuckoo sound.
Oh, it looks like it was made in Germany. That's what it says on it.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
says
it was.
Germany. Wow.
You know, I have one right here that's pretty much ready to hang up. It's all done, just to show you that I was gluing.
Oh, and that's a finished product.
I'll get this out of the way here, but yeah, this is the one that we can show you the inside of. Maybe and all of this stuff is activated by weights. We don't plug it into the electrical outlet. There's weights that pull down, and this one I'm pulling on now activates the time, or keeps the pendulum going.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a weight that'll be pulling on this chain, and this will eventually activate the cuckoo.
The cuckoo. And how long have you been doing this?
Well, I'm a retired teacher, and I've been working here at the clock shop for about 7 years now.
Oh.
But working on clocks has always been a hobby of mine. So
do you keep track of your time, the time that you're working here too?
yes, I keep track. So does Karen. Yeah, I'm kind of a volunteer, but Karen once in a while pays me.
Oh, how sweet.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hopefully just in time.
Well,
This is the cuckoo clock sitting on this interesting contraption.
this is how
here.
I can work on it. I can have it hanging up here and work on the back of it.
Oh.
And this cuckoo happens to have a music movement. And you're hearing the song Edelweiss play right now.
I hear it.
And I'll activate that cuckoo here and see. You can see We'll go make him do a little more here.
Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo.
And then
cuckoo.
after he's done, the little man comes out and the music plays.
Oh, how neat.
And I still have a little adjustment to do. This little bar right here is not on correctly. I have to take it off and kind of turn it a different way.
Do some more adjusting.
But anyway, this is what this looks more familiar. This is the front.
Yes.
And this cuckoo happens to have a couple little squirrels that wiggle when the cuckoo strikes.
Oh, I
don't know if
see
you
it.
saw it. Now we got 7 o'clock coming up, so I'll get my hand out of the way. You can see the squirrels.
Oh,
And
so they get a little squirrely then, huh?
You could say that. It kind of gets nutty around here when we have a clock like this.
Do you kids in TV land ever get squirrely or nutty? I bet you do, but that's okay. Well, this has truly been a very memorable, visually exciting, and educational visit. I can't thank you enough for allowing Mr. Pickles and his friends to visit the little Swiss clock shop here in Waukesha. Being able to visit with you and your team has been a real treat. You're a store, and you really provide inspiration for kids to think creative thoughts, work with their hands, heart, and mind, and of course keep track of time. Oh my goodness, I, Mr. Pickles, am really glad I know you. Absolutely.
Well, it has been fun to have you here.
Oh, absolutely. Isn't that fantastic? Well, let's wave to everybody. Bye-bye for now. We'll see you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mr. Pickles, go on the road with me. I'm Mr. Pickles, let's sweet and grow. I'm Mr. Pickles, get on the bus with me. I'm Mr. Pickles. All right, everybody, let the show. I'm Mr. Pickles, begin. Reading and rhyming, dancing and climbing, swinging and swing on that fun new swing. Reading and rhyming, dancing and climbing, let's all explore on the Mr. Pickles bus. I'm Mr. Pickles, go on the road